All right, let's see. Hi, y'all. Let's see if anybody shows up, huh? Huh? Gee, I think I need to get closer. I think I can. Let's see here. That's about as good as she's going to get, I think. Oh, what you think, huh? What you think? Well, we got to figure it out. There was a change. YouTube did make a change, and I don't know. It just kind of threw me for a loop. It's still not perfect, but that's because I don't have a perfect setup for my mouse. Oh, as you can see, I'm in the barn. Yes, I am in the barn. I finally got my extension cord moved over, and it is a nice, cool day. Oh my! Well, this is an introduction, and I've been wanting to make this introduction for 2 weeks now. But things didn't work out. Anyway, hi Stringfield. Hi, how you doing? I am about ready to introduce you to a new member of our homestead. This little lady, um, I'll tell you, I was driving to pick up the guys, and she was kind of squatting down in the middle of the road, and it's like she wasn't moving. She wasn't moving. Anyway, she's not going to stay in secret for very long. There she is. There she is. Okay. She's gray and orange and white. Anyway, as you can see, she's very much a lover. Okay, no, I don't need you licking my chin. Anyway, yes, she was she was squatting down in the middle of the road. Okay, and she wasn't moving. She wasn't moving. Um, and I stopped the truck. I got out. I moved her off to the side of the road. Okay, I didn't need another cat. And she was just skin and bones. Okay, and she rapidly followed me back. It's like, no, this isn't going to work. We have 12 outside cats that I never have placed yet. Okay. Well, she's a little small to be catching mice just yet. I don't know how successful she'd be at it. But anyway, I'm sure that as she gets older, she will be. So anyway, she, I couldn't have her in the road. She was going to be road pizza. And there wasn't anybody around. It's like, oh man, this poor old thing. So I stuck her in the truck. Went and picked up my Amish friend, and I handed her over to his kids until I got back. And he was getting ready to move, so there's no way he could take the kitten. Okay, and I don't know if they would have anyway. But so they took her for me while we did what we had to do, and I took her back. Like I said, she was just getting bones. I managed to pick up some kitten food for her while I was out. Gave her some canned food to begin with, because like I said, she was skin and bones. Um, and I mean, I could feel her spine, I could feel her ribs clearly, and just put her in the barn, and she's been here ever since. I've been feeding her. Her name, she is pretty. Her name is Mercy. Okay, this is Mercy because I had mercy on her. Okay, I couldn't leave her in the middle of the road. I couldn't just leave her behind because she was just. I'm terrible at taking in strays, aren't I? So anyway, she is feeling so much better. She's definitely put weight on. Um, Kittens tend to be a little bit more resilient than adult cats, anyway. But she's been her first couple days. She just kind of hunkered down here in the barn. She didn't go very far. Now she's feeling better. She wanders all over the place. She's not the least bit afraid of the ducks, the chickens, the goats, Sheba. Um, she's warming up to Gracie. Gracie tends to be a little bit overly energetic, but she loves her. She's not even afraid of the horses. Okay. As a matter of fact, she's even been on Honey's back. Yeah, haven't you? Yes. And she just purrs like crazy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she's not, I don't usually sit in here this long, but she's very much an affectionate cat. And she's just, I'll see her playing outside from time to time. She's very good with Sheba. Sheba's very good with her. She's not too rough. So anyway, it's been crazy. How are you enjoying? Is it cooler temperatures over there for you? Because it is gorgeous here today. Well, it's overcast. The sun's not out, and I think we're supposed to be getting some rain later. Mercy. As you see, I got a bunch of feedback I got to condense and whatnot. But anyway, things have been crazy. I've been having some electrical issues. I finally got my new phone. I was having problems with my phone. It wasn't charging, so therefore I couldn't record anything. Yes, it's really nice. 75 today. Oh, I tell you, gotta love it. Gotta just love it. Yeah, so we've been, I have been trying to get some stuff done with not having to drive the guys anymore. I haven't heard if anybody else is going to take me on as their driver. Kind of depends, because I was up front and I told them that my night vision is starting to go. Okay. I'm still okay, but if it's raining and after dark, I have a really hard time. So they may not decide to take me on. And that's okay. That's fine. It is what it is. I don't blame one way or the other. That just means that I don't have, you're going to be funny. I just don't have the extra income. I have more time now. What are you doing, little thing? I tell you, she's something else, isn't she? She's just purring like crazy. Yeah, you're purring, aren't you? I don't really need to see your butt. She's very friendly. There's Sheba. I don't know what Sheba's after the goats, I guess. We had an incident with Sheba, unfortunately. Time is also a good thing. That's what I don't have. Yeah. With me, I either have time or I have money. I rarely have the two together. So, anyway, yes, I'm having to put more time into stuff here. But I still end up having to run. Like, we had to go deal with stuff in town. What? My dear, you're really a distraction. You know that? Yes, you are. I tell you. I had to, what did I have to do? I had to get feed. Normally I try to get feed once a month when my Social Security check comes in. You know, so that's, my check comes in that morning, I'm getting my feed so that my animals are taken care of. Okay, so I have that taken care of. Well, Tractor Supply only had half of the bags of alfalfa pellets I needed. And before that, they always had a good stocking. So I ended up having to go back because I was getting low on alfalfa pellets. I needed them. And I figured, well, there was some other feed that I didn't get that I normally would have gotten because sometimes you have an overlap, you know, and I didn't really have any place to put it. If I got stocked up too much, then I have a mouse problem. Now, hopefully, maybe with this little girl here, maybe I won't have as much of a mouse problem. But I'm trying to get things situated so that I can stock up and I don't have the problems with mice getting it into the feed. That's what I'm trying. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to get up there and catch that fly, huh? Come on, get up there. Come on. Come on, get up there. Oh, so anyway, so I've been, I had to go do that. And of course, we took care of a couple other errands. So pretty much the morning shot. What do you do with all the empty feed bags behind you? I was saving for a while, but wasn't using them. Yeah, I have used feed bags for different things. I try to hang on to a few, okay? But this is like, this all has to go, okay? I am saving some of the, it's more like a burlap type. It's not burlap, it's a woven plastic. Oh, hi, Heaven Bound Homestead. How you doing? Yeah, the burlap, the woven kind. I'm hanging on to a few of those because I'm going to use them as like a sandbag kind of thing. If I ever get down to the creek to bolster up the area that I want to dam up. Okay, I hope you're enjoying the cooler temperatures we're having now. Here's something, Heavens Bound, you missed the introduction. Okay, we'll have to introduce her again. Meet Mercy. Yes. Mercy was on the road, okay, and she wasn't moving. I moved her, and she aggressively chased after me like, meow, meow, take me. So she ended up here, to make a long story short. And she's sweet as all get out. She was skin and bones when I found her, just absolute skin and bones. She's definitely feeling so much better. She's far more energetic. She's running around here. She's got no fear, and she purrs. Every time I pick her up, she purrs. Every time she's near me, she purrs. She's constantly purring. So anyway, this is Mercy. What do you think, Mercy? Huh? Yes, she's not sure. Anyway, so that was our introduction. Okay. The sandbags, great idea. Yeah, I had thought about doing it before, and then I don't know how many follow Southern Prepper One. I've been following him for years. He doesn't always post, and he goes through spells where he posts more than other times. And anyway, he came out with that suggestion that had stockpile of sandbags. Well, they're getting expensive, and I mean sandbags for a lot of people are pretty much standard supplies where you get floods and stuff like that. Well, I don't have a problem with floods. Okay, so I'm using, but I needed some for to dam up the creek a little bit. Okay, because I want to make a bigger watering hole kind of pool area kind of thing. Not a deep pond, just a little bit extra. She's really enjoying this. Now we're getting fishes. Are we getting fishes, huh? Yeah, we're getting fishes. So anyway, I'm stockpiling some of the burlap type, the woven bags. They're a little softer, and I will be using them for that. I don't know how long this is going to last because she's really wound up now. Anyway, oh, I tell you. Yeah. So the other feed bags, like sometimes this type here that the alfalfa pelts come in. No, we don't need to play with that mouse. Okay. That's the wrong kind of mouse. Now she's going to go play. Yeah, this type of bag here, it's more of a plasticky kind of thing. Sometimes I've been known to open those up and use them for like a small waterproofing tarp kind of thing. And I may do that for one because I have not shared my new piece of equipment yet. And that's because we have to make some adjustments. And hopefully I'll be doing a video on that pretty soon. So this kind of bag here, sometimes this is like a small tarp kind of thing if I need to put some waterproofing up. This bag right here, that one's not very good for much other than to collect trash. So I'll probably stuff some in that. And there's also, is it that one right there? I think it's like a brown paper sack kind of thing. So I've been known to open those up and use them for like a weed barrier underneath something that I'm putting down because it's biodegradable kind of thing. It's not plastic, it's paper. That's this kind here. That is what the sweet feed that I give the honey and the goats comes in. The goats don't get a lot of this. They get mostly alfalfa, but I throw a little bit of that in with the alfalfa pellets. This kind here, this is what I use. It's two kinds of feed comes in that type of bag. One is the feed that I give Deeza, and another is a supplement that I give Deeza and the goats. I give it to the goats because it has extra minerals and stuff in it. Okay, so and some of that is copper, so that they get that with their alfalfa. Okay, and the boys get like a quarter cup of it. I should show you what I use. See, I am loving the weather. Dug up all the sweet potatoes. Oh man, nothing better than digging potatoes in there. Let's see here. Oh, it's not fall. All right. This is what I use. Okay, to measure out feed for everybody. I have a duck gate. Okay, and it says measure to top is 1.5 pounds. Okay, it's just kind of a rough guide, but just so I know I'm consistent with what I'm giving them. The boys get a quarter pound. Actually, is it that one? No, I think I use this one here. A quarter pound of the red pellets. Okay, which is like I said, it's a supplement mixed in with half a pound of sweet feed. Okay, so there's two boys, so that gives them a little over a little less than half a pound of feed, somewhere between a quarter and a half. Okay, so they're what, 3/4. So there's two boys. I don't know, whatever that works out to be. Okay, for the two boys, and that's all they get once a day. Okay, that's all I feed them. Now the girls get 3 full of these of alfalfa, 1 full of sweet feed, which is an oat-based sweet feed. Okay, there's very little corn in there. It's mostly oats and a little bit of molasses, a little bit of other odds and ends, but it's very little. The vast majority of it is oats, and that's why I use that for honey. And the oats also help to balance the phosphorus calcium ratio or something like that. So they get that, and they get 3/4 of the red pellets. Okay, for the girls, and sometimes I'll throw in maybe about half a pound of sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds they like, but they're not like overly crazy about it, you know. So I about half a pound with the girls. That's sufficient. And I do find that the of the girls, the mamas, they tend to eat. They're more aggressive eaters than the dolings. Okay, I did notice that Sugar's starting to be a little bit more aggressive with eating all the feed, but not terribly, but a little bit more aggressive than Ruthie and Joy. But they don't really need quite as much as the mamas do, because as far as I know, all of my girls are bred except for the dolings. Dolings are not bred, to the best of my knowledge. Billy is, I'm mainly keeping him penned up, and I don't believe that the dolings have gone into heat yet. So Sugar would be the first one to go into heat. I'm being attacked. I'm being attacked. Look at them being attacked. Yes. What? She's like loving this. So anyway, yeah. So the feed bags would be sorted out. I think most of these that's back here I'm just going to be getting rid of because I get more feed bags every month. Okay, I go through about 6 bags of alfalfa pellets. Especially right now, I'd like to cut that back, but it depends on if I can get any alfalfa hay. Um, See, that's my issue. Alfalfa is not grown here by a lot of people. I've seen one farm that grows alfalfa, and where I got my last hay, he was trying out alfalfa, uh, doing an alfalfa grass hay mix. So, little girl, you better not walk on that keyboard. So, if I can get alfalfa hay, then I'll cut back on the alfalfa pellets, which would be cheaper too. Yes, we pile them up and then end up getting rid of them. Wonder if you had found something to do. They have their uses. Between for trash, covering up something that need to, cover from the rain or what have you. Sandbags. There's different reasons. Okay. There are some people I've seen they've made aprons out of them, but I don't know if they can use any type. I don't know. The alfalfa pellets. That's a very heavy plastic kind of bag. I don't particularly care for it as a feed bag, but it's it does have its uses. So I think something just peed over behind the wall. I can smell it. I'm pretty sure it's that. And there goes the goats. The goats are going up that way. They're enjoying this milder temperatures too. Did the Amish leave? One has, the other one is leaving the end of this month. I think the 30th is his closing date. So, at least the guys that I drove for. There's still an Amish gentleman that I get to trim the horses, and there's other Amish around that I still have, a friendly relationship with them. I don't know them as well as I do the two that I drove for, but that may change. The one guy's going to be, he knows cement, and he's going to be coming to do my cement pads for my rainwater catchment system the end of the month after my next Social Security check. Daisy was being nosy. See this? You can't see this because Mercy's down here, just on this side of the gate, and the goats are on the other side of the gate, and she's being nosy. She's like, I'm here. Do you see me? But she won't. She's learned to stay away from feet, which is good. Anyway, flies. It's that time of year. Hello, Moo Moo. Moo Moo says, you're in the barn. Feed me. Anyway. So I am working on, besides trying to get this piece of equipment up and running, I got some alterations to make it, then I'll be making a video. I'm also trying to get my my kitchen done, set up, and ready to be hooked up for running water. It's going to take me several months. Like I said, the cement pad is going to be done at the end of the month, and I got something to wash the IBC totes out with. I still have to get paint to paint them with. I may see about getting some insulation for them. I do definitely want to keep the sun out of them. And I know we've got our pump, so we have that. Do the plumbing, and that's not going to be easy. For one thing, I have to drill a hole in the floor for the drainage, and I'm still not sure how that's going to work out. We found out where the old septic tank is, and it's right down here on the same level as the barn. And I'm going to dig that up to see if it's in a usable condition. If it is, then we can hook the kitchen sink to that. And I'm not sure how the angle will work, and we've got to dig up through the hill because it's the cabin's up the hill and the septic tank is down the hill, and I'm still trying to sort that part in my head. Um, I've never dealt with I've never had to deal with a septic tank before. Okay. Yeah, my father did, but I was a young girl at the time, and I really didn't pay any attention to it. Um, with all the other places where we lived, there was either it was rented property, and so we didn't have to deal with it, or it was hooked up to city sewage. So I never had to deal with it. So, but now I've got this here, and I got to see if we can hook up to it. Okay. So, hey, there's a lot of these little things that are going on. And I haven't been able to record a lot of it because like my phone was acting up. I've got a new phone. They replaced it. So now hopefully I can do a little bit more in the way of recording. It's been a little bit stressful to say the least. But I'm working on the kitchen, trying to get that string around. What was going to be my shower room is now going to be my pantry. Okay, and I've got one shelf in, and I'm working on. I got lumber here. I pulled out my table saw because I need to get some of this stuff trimmed up and glued together to make a shelf. And then I'm going to be making the kind of shelves that they're the self-rotating for canned goods. You put the new can top and it comes down, and the older cans are always at the bottom. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that kind of a can rotation type of shelving because it's a small room. Okay. The plan is to have that type of canned goods storage on one short wall, and then the end wall that's an exterior wall, and then the longer wall I want to have narrow shelves that are for canning jars. Okay, I haven't done any canning for a good many years, but hopefully I'm going to be able to get started in that once we get running water and to get things set up. And then also there's going to be storage space about from about my waist high below, because there's going to be a water shelf where I can put my my dehydrator and my pressure canner and a few other odds and ends. Like I just bought a 20 quart stock pot. Okay, it would be great to see more videos. You are such a hard worker. I hope it'll be great. I don't know. We'll see how things go. I was having some issues with my computer too, but I might have gotten that ironed out. I might have to replace my mouse because my mouse has been giving me issues. That's not a big deal. It's a fairly cheap thing. I just don't really want to put the money out. Anyway, so yeah, what was I saying? Isn't that terrible? I got so many things going on in my head. So if I get this pantry done, I do have the floor. I laid the floor down in the pantry. So that was a trip. I had to go get one more tile. So that kind of delayed me. I've got my year's worth of canning done. But boy, do I have to organize. Yeah, say that. I haven't done canning in years. I used to years ago. Well, I did water bath canning. I was just getting started into learning how to do the other kind of canning. And I just haven't had the chance to do it. I am looking at the probability of having to can some meat when we have Chucky butchered. Same here. I need to organize mine. This is why I'm trying to get this set up in my little pantry, so that at least like I do buy canned goods. There's some canned goods I buy. So like for instance, baked beans. We're not big baked beans eaters, but my husband likes them. So I buy the small cans of baked beans. Okay, they're single serving size, and that's enough for him. I might have a spoonful too, but I'm not really a big baked bean eater. You have to tell me about the pig. Oh, the pig. Oh, the pig. Um, yeah, the pig. I don't have the pig anymore. I gave the pig away. Honestly. Oh, I don't wish he was barking at. Here's the deal. Okay, the guy that's still here, he had the pig. Okay, and he was going to castrate him. He was going to castrate him. He didn't get around to it right away. So, and he still hasn't been. I don't know if he's castrated him yet or not. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in about a week. Anyway, he was telling me, "Oh yeah, just get your hog panels and set them up over here." So I got the hog panels. Okay, and the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I am not ready for a pig. I could put him in the run-in. It's like, but I don't really want a pig in there. I mean, Honey hates pigs. And I'm like, the more I thought about it, between making sure he had enough water and the feed, it's like, I'm not ready for a pig. I'm just not ready. And so I said to him, you know what, Moses, you can have the pig. If you want to take him with you, fine. You put all that work into it, you can just have him. And if you don't want him, you can give him away to somebody else if you want to. But really, I'm just, the more I think about it, the more I think I'm not ready. There is no way I'm ready for a pig. So, I mean, I didn't even have the means to get him to a butcher. And there was no way I was butchering a pig. There's no way I could do it. I know my limitations. Okay. I can do a chicken. I can do a duck. Okay. I can cut up large pieces of meat. Okay. But there's no way I can physically process a pig or even a steer. Okay. There's no way I could do it. So I said, and apparently there was a young Amish guy that was kind of like eyeing the pig, and they're talking sausage. They're big sausage eaters. And it's like, he ought to make some good sausage. So I said, by all means, So I don't have the pig anymore. Oh, so that's that story. I tell you. Oh my. You never know what I'm going to get myself into. Hopefully we'll get everything straightened around here. Maybe in a year or two, maybe I might, but I was like, right now I can't. I have to try and save up money to get a trailer. I need a stock trailer, a small one. I would love to go riding Honey, but she does better if I take her off property. I mean, I know I need to work on her being able to ride off property. Okay, ride from here, from home, and ride on out. I just haven't had the time, but I would like to join up with some of these other groups that do go out on regular trail rides. It's beautiful weather now. And once the first frost hits, then we don't have to worry about yellow jackets so much. I have a feeling it was a squirrely pig. Just by the way they actually, when they auctioned it off. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. It's like, I mean, they gave people a chance to look at it. Come here. Are you coming up here, Mercy? Come here, little girl. Come here. There we go. Yeah, she was calling at me. Yeah, it might have been a squirrel. I mean, like I said, they told the people the pig's over there on the horse trailer. You can take a look at it and decide if you want to auction it off. So leave it to an old woman that doesn't know anything about it. I never laid eyes on the thing. It's like, it was $50. It was a fundraiser. Okay. So it's like, so they got my $50 and I didn't get a pig. Oh, well, somebody's going to enjoy the pig. So and that's fine. maybe they'll, be grateful and offer me some sausage, which would be awesome. I wouldn't turn it down by any means. So anyway, I tell you, all kinds of fun. You never know what I'm going to get myself into. So yeah, like picking up stray kittens. At least I can handle a kitten, can't I? Yes, I can handle a kitten. Not going to get much meat off of her though. Oh my. So anyway, I'm going all over the place, squirreled in all different directions here. You got the experience of knowing you wasn't ready for a pig. Yeah, we've done the same with goats. I tell you, you got to know. I mean, there's some animals that you're going to be ready for and others you're not. I mean, I see people on YouTube, they love their pigs and they're doing great with their pigs. And that's wonderful. That is great that they can do that. And that they can't handle goats. It's like me. Okay, I'm loving my goats, but I really wasn't ready. I was no way ready for a pig. There was just no way. So everybody's situation is different, It's unique to you. How many people would have horses, and with everything else I got going on here, and between the birds and the goats and the horses and the cats and the dogs, and it's like, I've got quite a menagerie. And I did not need to add another different type of animal to this menagerie at this time. Will that change in the future? I don't know. I toyed with the idea one time having rabbits. For one thing, I wasn't sure I could get past the cuteness factor. But I guess if I had to, I could. The Stivers have everything. Bless their hearts. Yeah, I know they do. Hopefully they're younger too. They are younger. Their kids are growing and they can be helpful too. I'm the only one doing most of it around here. My son does help with the goats somewhat. And my husband, when he comes out, he helps a little bit, but he really doesn't do that much. Okay. I'm doing most of it, the lion's share. I'm gradually trying to get my son more into the goats. As a matter of fact, we had to go someplace earlier this week. It was Wednesday. We had to go to a place. Did not involve live animals, but it was still goat related. I made him go with us. Okay. I took a couple Amish guys too, or a couple Amish families, because they were going to visit a relative that lived real close to where I had to go. So I offered and I took them, and they had a really nice visit, and that was good. It's like when you have help and you have help that's on the same page, and you have help whose skills are going to just improve over time and not deteriorate over time, you've got more flexibility. Okay. I don't have that. We are good with chickens and rabbits and would like to do a couple pigs again soon. If you have what you need and you are comfortable with it, go for it. It has to do with what your comfort level is, and so I don't fault anybody for getting things. Okay, I will admit, when the Arms family homestead got the alpacas, okay, I said, why? Okay, hey, it's their money, it's their time. They're enjoying them, at least for right now, so that's fine. Okay. Oh, I did forget one thing. I do have a steer. I forgot about him. And that was, I did not want to necessarily get into that right now. I wasn't going to get one right away. I was going to wait. But, sometimes things fall in your lap. Yeah, like this thing here. Sometimes things just fall in your lap, and it's like, it's an opportunity you didn't think you were going to take on. It is very hard by yourself. I will never get used to it. Yeah, it is. I am hoping that when my best friend is able to move down here, that she and I can work together to help each other. Um, she's going to be by herself, and I know that she's perfectly capable, and she can do a lot of things herself. But I'll tell you from personal experience, it is nice to have an extra pair of hands who actually knows what they're doing. So we done a cow last year. It was a lot for us. Yeah, I remember that. I can imagine. I think you processed it yourself too, didn't you? I don't think you took it to a butcher. Oh yes, having a friend to help will be awesome. I am hopeful. We'll see how things go. Um, she's still struggling with her husband and her father. Um, Unfortunately, her father has had to be put in a nursing home, and right after he got put in the nursing home, they had to close it down to visitors, and it's been stressful for her. She hasn't been able to go visit her father. Um, yes, we did. Oh, see, there's more power to you, my dear. More power to you, because there is no way. Oh, of course, Lee was helping you too. I mean, Lee is in there. He's you know he's eager to put his hands to the plow, so to speak. I can handle deer, but I can no longer hunt. So I'm just going to put the word out to the police department. If one gets hit, I want it. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Um, I've never hunted before in my life. Okay, so um, I don't know. I've never had to handle a larger animal. I said I've butchered chickens before. Um, I know I can do that. Oh, I couldn't do it by myself. You are tougher than me. Oh, the deer. Yeah, I don't know if I could or not. I just don't know. Maybe a small one. Maybe I don't know. Um, yes, I know, my dear. She's loving this. Um, yeah, like I said, I bought a. I was starting to tell you about my pot stock pot, and I was thinking, oh, that's big enough that I can scald a duck with. Okay. Now they did have one other pot there that was larger. It was 22 quarts, but for an extra 2 quarts, it was like more than twice the price. So I opted to go with the 20 quart. Well, let me tell you, looking at the pot, looking at my ducks, the 22 quart would not have been big enough to scald a duck. So I think that if I butcher any ducks, I'm going to be skinning them because I don't have anything big enough to scald one in. These things are huge. They're almost as big as a turkey. Uh, so I don't know. Last year when it came time to be butchering ducks, I found I couldn't do it because I had injured my. I think you may remember I injured my wrist. I think it was a tendon or something, and it is now. I wouldn't say it's 100%, but it's like 98.5%. Okay, it's up there. But I think it's good enough. I could probably butcher a duck now if I had to, and I'm debating on whether or not to do that. I have one young duck here that got injured. I started to tell you about this. Sheba did it. I don't know that she was trying to hurt it. I think she was being playful, um, and she was just way too rough, and she injured it. Actually, there were 3 ducks. 2 were injured. 1 was killed. Um, I don't know. I saw her walking with a duck in her mouth, like by the neck, and I yelled at her, and she dropped it. And then I saw a duck walking, kind of away from her, but there are different things in the way. I couldn't tell if that was the duck that she had that was walking away, or if it was the other duck that I found that was dead, because it was already cold and it had rigor mortis. Okay. So I don't know with 100% certainty that Sheba killed the duck. But oh, it's raining. I have a feeling she's going to be a light shower. Anyway, but she did injure the other two ducks because I saw her. And the one seems to be that I was not able to catch, but it was bloodied a little bit. That one seems to be doing okay. It's walking around. It's doing okay. But there was a smaller one that I caught and I put in the crate because it was not walking well. Oh, hi Cheryl. And anyway, that duck, it's the I think it's the youngest one that I had. It seemed to be doing better, but I noticed fresh blood in the crate this morning, so I'm just not sure. I'm keeping my eye on it. I'm giving it food and water. It looks bright, okay, so we'll see. I hope I don't have to put it down. I hope I don't, but we'll see. See, a long time no see. I know. I haven't seen. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. Technical difficulties. Hopefully they've been resolved. I'm hoping. Cheryl, meet Mercy. You'll have to go back and watch early on. I give her story, but her name is Mercy. Okay. Hope you're doing okay. We are doing fine. Aren't we? Are we doing fine, Mercy? Yes, we are. Yes. Hopefully you all are doing fine too. It is raining here too. Okay, our rain, I think it stopped. It was just a brief shower. I think it's going to be intermittent showers. Just enough to water the grass, I guess. But yeah. I think she's looking at flies. I don't think she's looking at the camera. No, she's not. She's looking at. I got flies hanging out on the computer. It's that time of year. Yes. So anyway. So I can't wait to show you guys this piece of equipment I got. It will be a game changer for me. So long as I can get it to work properly. I tried it out. I had a problem. I contacted the company that manufactured it, and they said, well, I hate to break the news to you, but your first mistake was buying it for goats. So we did a little bit of brainstorming. Let's see, hot, humid, and rain, but now feels like fall. Yes, I am. It's been a wild summer here. Yes, the heat's been crazy. I mean, last summer, I did not have to put the air conditioners in. And so I was hopeful that I could do the same thing this year, because it's a pain to put them in the windows. Okay, the windows are rather small and they just barely fit in. And it was work. Okay. And not to mention, it just blocks the windows. Okay. So I just didn't want to block the windows. So I did not put the window air conditioners in. And I'll tell you, this last couple of weeks actually, we really could have used the air conditioner. Mainly because it was so humid. We managed to get through it. But I tell you, I'm seriously considering biting the bullet and seeing if I can't get at least one of those freestanding units where you just pipe the hose through the window. So it's not a big rigmarole to install like the window units are. I don't really want to put a what I call mini split in, because then I'd be tempted to use it all the time. Okay, I don't need you licking my face. I don't need you chewing on my face. No, I don't. Okay. Yeah. And I don't want to. If it's in continuously, I'll be tempted to use it continuously. And then I won't be able to handle going out for the little bit of time that I do go out. So not to mention it'll cost more on electricity. So try to keep the electric bill down. But I think when it gets really, really hot, like a couple of times that we had here, even a freestanding air conditioner would help. If nothing else, it would take away the humidity, just for that short little bit. Air conditioner every day here. Yes, I hear you. Was going to put in fall garden in. Put another skin on greenhouse today. Oh, well, I cannot handle air conditioning. Makes pain worse. Yes, I've heard of that for some people. Yes. You just got to endure the heat. Some people really do well with the heat. Everybody's different. I don't like a lot of it, but at the same time, when it's really hot and humid, which is a problem for me, I'll get sick if it's too hot and too humid. So it's like it's a balancing act, So that's why you did not see me outside in the afternoon, in the direct sun when it was. I couldn't do it. I couldn't handle it, and I know myself well enough to know that I would be in worse shape if I tried to do something. As much as I needed to get stuff done around here, I knew that if I tried in those conditions, I would be in worse shape. I'd be in bed. So I didn't. I just, did what I could in the morning and a little bit in the evenings. And at least I was doing something. I wasn't making as much progress as I wanted, but at least I was getting something done. So I'm hopeful. My pool was a disaster as some neighbor's cat. Oh no, put holes in it. Oh no. But at least it was clean and maintained. About 82 temperature today. Only 67. In time to take it down. Yeah, I only weigh 100 pounds. I think that's why I can handle the heat. Maybe. And I'm 5'6". Oh, wow. Yeah. My dear, they ain't got nothing to you. Oh. I wish I could, loan you some of my bulk. Not loan it. Give it. Wish I could give it to you. But even when I was skinny, though, I couldn't handle the heat. Goes back from when I was a kid. I don't do heat either. Yeah. There was one point I was really tempted to, do a poll, but it's like, where was I going to get the water? I wasn't going to have water. So I didn't do that. I'm hoping if I get this thing done down in the creek that I want, I'll have like a wading pool area. And that won't be so bad. It won't be up near the house, but, hopefully, it'll be nice. Oh, flies. I hate the flies. But anyway, hopefully, I put that back in the alfalfa. Things will start to become a little bit more normal now. I'm looking forward to the fall. I've always enjoyed the fall. And the cooler temperatures. Unfortunately, it also needs shorter days, but only until December. But at least the wonderful thing about here in Kentucky is that we've got September and October and November and even into December before it really gets unbearable. Hey, you. Come here, you. What are you doing? What you doing? I gotcha. I gotcha. She's being very energetic. She's definitely feeling better than she was when I first got her. Aren't ya? Okay. Now, the only thing is, Angel, I don't believe has been in the barn since Mercy arrived. I don't think. Not that I've seen. So, but she'll get over it. I think when as Mercy gets older, maybe Angel will start to accept her a little bit more. Who knows? When they're kittens, they're like little kids, and they just want to get into mischief, right? Yes, you just want to get into mischief. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, same weather here in Western Kentucky. Yeah, but it's the fall is wonderful, and it's a nice long fall. It's not like up in Canada where your fall is like 2 weeks before the snow flies. She's getting over there. I tell you, kittens are so much fun. Um, I think Kentucky is a wonderful, wonderful state. I really do. It's like perfect, perfect. Yeah, hot summers, but not nearly as bad as what we have down south or even on the coast. You know, and the winters are so much shorter. You know, and I can deal with that. Kentucky the best. Yes, I agree. I agree. I can't think of any place better than Kentucky. I got a cat clawing me. I tell you, she's just a wild animal today. Oh, I'm so distracted today, aren't I? I'm really heavily distracted. Love the fall, especially the wood smell of leaves. Yeah, yes, exactly. And another wonderful thing that I noticed too is it looks like lumber prices are coming down. And I've got to verify metal prices. Maybe I was on the website for one roofing metal company, and if my memory served me correctly, it looked like the price might have been a little bit lower. So I need to look into that. That'd be great. One that though, I tell you, it has been so rough. You at that the lumber prices being as high as they were, but they do seem to be starting to come down, and I'm hoping they stay down long enough for things to get caught up. So at least we have. That's another thing we have a lot of in Kentucky is we have a lot of small sawmills. Of course, they were still like at one point they were having a hard time getting lumber, the logs to mill. I think because of demand. But it's nice to know that we have that resource handy. There's like one, two, three sawmills have been operating for a while that I know of. Then there's a fourth one, and there was another one, but he moved. And I heard tell that there may be another one going up in the area. So that's like about 5 sawmills in the area that I'm aware of, even. And I think there's a few more that may be, guys that invested in sawmills and just do small stuff. Our winters wasn't always shorter. We used to have horrible winters. Really, here in Kentucky, to where everything was shut down. Our weather has changed. I'm not complaining about it if it has, because it's nice. I bring the wood smell into my house by buying wax smells. Love the cedar. Oh yeah, and pine tree. And fir and nondescript. Don't have to deal with all the bugs. Well, I am still hoping that we can get the back porch built, and so I can put a wood stove in there. Because that is one thing that was a struggle. Oh, I'll tell you, this last winter when we were without power for what was it, 4 days, and we only had the kerosene heat, the small kerosene heater, and we got a borrowed one from a friend because that little small kerosene heater wasn't enough, and so that was a problem. But if we had a wood stove, not only would it give us enough heat, it would also provide a cooking surface as well. Because I have an electric stove, so losing the power was not good. What we did was I bought some Campbell soup type things, the ready to eat soups, and we would warm it up on the kerosene heater. Thankfully, I got the kind that they say they label it not for cooking purposes. You're not supposed to put in, but I tell you, when you need to just warm something up, it works just fine. Okay. Have to get more wood. I heat and cook by wood stove. Part of me is jealous. I know it's I know it's a mess, and I know it's not exactly the cleanest thing, but it's warm. It's a warm heat, um, and it's a renewable resource. You know, um, and when trees get blown down in the wind, it's what they call windfall. You know, remember wood stove, but it is the kind that doesn't get real hot on the outside. Oh yes, my father-in-law had that kind. I'd rather have an older one I could cook on. Yeah. Um, some of them have like the one that my father-in-law had. Now, granted, this was, oh my, 20 years ago, maybe longer. He had kind of had a casing around it, okay. But the top was, you could put it up, so you had the surface underneath that you could cook on. I don't know that you could. It would get hot enough to do some major cooking, like stir fry. I don't think so. But if to warm something up, it would be just fine. You could warm something up. Of course, there's always just putting it inside the fire, right? You know, if you got a Dutch oven, cast iron Dutch oven, just put your coals in the back and put your Dutch oven in there. I guess that's one thing you could do. I have my mother's Dutch oven that I need to get cleaned up so I can use it. Um, so so distracted. Um, anyway, I guess I should probably get offline now that it's done raining and I can take my computer back at the house, um, and give this little girl some peace and quiet, because she had a little rest and now she's getting rambunctious again. Is it your nap time? Am I disturbing you? Yeah, she's been loving this. So, and then tomorrow, bright and early, hopefully I'm going to be working on some wood. I don't know if I'll come back out and do some more of this wood or not. It's cool. It's a cool day, so I might plug in the table saw and start working on some of this wood. The thing is, I don't have any my N95 mask anymore. They're gone. Haven't had them since the windstorm last year. It was last year or the year before. Anyway, so I don't have that anymore, and I really need to get some. I don't know if I can get them now or not, because there was such a shortage before with this COVID business. But sweet kitten, enjoy. Have a great day. All right. I got to stop yabbering and I got to get out of here. So I will see you all later. Hopefully, if my technical difficulties are finished with, I can get some videos up. Okay. So we'll see you later, everybody.